Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
My question to you is, this is a competition. There'll be only one winner. Now, what do you learn from failure that you don't learn from success?
Thank you so much for your question, ma'am. In my opinion, I believe that failure is not the opposite of success, but it is a step closer to success. Every time we fail, we rise stronger. So I believe that one should never give up on their dream and work hard so that Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bayer.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
First of all the best. It's a hypothetical question. What would you do if your family, friends, and love leave you?
Thank you for your question, ma'am. Good evening, everyone, once again. Well, in my opinion, if my friends, family, and loved one leave me, then definitely I would be sad. But at the same time, we should know that people will always leave you at some point of time. So instead, I'll rise from those, and then I'll work on myself. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Hello, good evening, Taku,
Good evening, ma'am.
and congrats on winning the subtitle.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
So my question is very simple. If you had the choice between changing the world and changing yourself, what would you do?
Thank you for your question, ma'am. If I was given a chance to change myself or the world, I would definitely change myself because I believe that if every individual sees the flaws in them and try to change them in a better way, the world is going to change itself. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Oka.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How are you feeling today?
Feeling quite excited as well, nervous a bit.
That's obvious. My question to you would be, what would you do differently compared to the men in today's world if you become a man yourself?
Thank you for the question, sir. Once again, good evening, everyone. If I were given a chance to be a man for a day, I would not tease anyone and I would compliment a girl like a gentleman. Thank you.
Thank you, Alice. We'll move ahead to Rachel. And I'd like to request our judge number 5, Miss Irene Khar, to kindly put up the question.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Are you nervous?
A little bit.
Well, it's all right, okay? Well, my question for you is, what problems do you see in the current scenario in Arunachal? How would you solve them?
Thank you for your question, ma'am. The biggest problem that our state is facing is unemployment and leniency in education system. And I believe one person alone cannot change the whole system. In order to change it, we should all come together and make a better place. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. We'll move to our next finalist, Lisa. And I'd like to request Parul Gaur Mittal to kindly put up the question again.
Good evening, Lisa.
Good evening, ma'am.
Lisa, my question to you is, what do you think is the biggest problem faced by younger generation today?
Thank you for the question, ma'am. I think the biggest problem that our generation is facing today is to become independent. Technology has made us so reliable to it that we have become so much. I would like to begin again, ma'am. The biggest problem our generation is facing today is to become independent. We have become so much reliable to the technology and the comfort that comes along with it that we are not standing on our 2 feet. I think it's time that we come out and be vocal about our dreams, about our ambitions, and give a statement to it. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. Next, we'll move on to our next finalist, Nadek. And I'd like to request Madam Neha Yadav to kindly put up the question.
Hi, Nadak.
Hi, ma'am.
You look stunning today.
Oh, thank you very much, ma'am.
So my question is, if you could opt out a feeling from human being, what would it be and why?
Thank you very much for your lovely question, ma'am. Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So if I have to opt out one feeling, then that would be envy. Because I believe that envy is destructive. It is enemy of happiness. And if once we successfully abolish it, then I think we can make the world a better place where we all can live happily and peacefully. Thank you.
Thank you, Nadek. You may kindly pass the mic to Ibi. Next, we'll move on to Ibi Kena. And I'd like to request Moir Ruba to kindly put up the question.
Hello, Ibi.
Hello, ma'am.
Good evening. Would you mind sharing with me what was the talent that you shared in your talent round which made you win this subtitle? This is not your question, I'm just curious.
Sorry, but ma'am, where are you?
I am here right at the front. I just want to know what was the talent that you performed? Your talent. I'm just asking you, what is the talent that you performed?
I performed a fusion of belly dance.
Okay. Congrats on winning the title. So my question is, as you know, I am from academia. So I'll ask a academic related, very simple question. If you were given the power to introduce one subject, what new subject would you suggest?
Thank you for the question, ma'am. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If I had the opportunity to choose and add one subject to the school or to the educational system, I think that would be teaching the students how to cope up with pressure. You know, you don't always have to put a subject, or it don't always have to be something related to study. But you can talk about yourself, about your feelings, about your friends, your family. It can be a meetup, a time where you can relax and you can talk about your interests and be so positive. And that would be something that I would add. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ibi. Next, we'll move to Ameya. And I'd like to request Mr. Shamanga Kashyap to kindly put up the question.
Hi, Amir. Good evening.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
You look stunning today.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So, you ready for the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your question is, what will you do if you win the crown? What is the reason to achieve this crown? Why do you want to win this crown today?
Thank you for the question, sir. Can you please repeat the question, sir?
Sure. That's all right. Why? My question is, what will you do if you win the crown? What is the reason to achieve this crown?
Thank you for the question, sir. If I win the crown tonight, I will carry the crown and carry the legacy of the crown, which comes with responsibility and respect. And I want to achieve this because it is a platform. It gives a woman a place to turn their dreams into reality. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ameya. And last but not the least, Career. And I'd like to request Irene to kindly put up the question.
Hi.
Hello, ma'am.
All right. Are you ready for my question?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So my question to you is, choose one personality who's present in the event tonight. Whom would you trade your life for one day with and why?
Thank you for the question, ma'am. If I am given the chance to exchange my life for one day, then I would choose none other than our choreographer, our mentor, Tejas sir. Because in my whole life, I have never met a person like him. He is one of a kind. He is a character. The one thing that I love the most about him is when he's given a job, he does not just do it for the purpose of the job, but he takes it to his heart. He is the perfect epitome of dedication and hard work. And he is the perfect epitome of dedication and hard work. And he inspires me. He doesn't even try, but he inspires me just by being himself. And I would love to see the world, perceive the world through his eyes. Thank you.
Thank you, Career. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are the top 10 finalists of Kingfisher Miss Arunachal 2023. And in a moment, we will know who has made it to the next round. Ladies, you may take your final walk.